As the festive season approaches and the days grow shorter, the classic question returns to the minds of many across the UK. Will the UK have a white Christmas in 2025? For many, the idea of snow on Christmas morning is the ultimate festive dream, conjuring images of cozy firesides, children building snowmen, and towns blanketed in sparkling white. The dream of waking up to a snowy landscape is iconic, woven into holiday cards and classic films, but the reality is often more complicated and unpredictable. This year, forecasters are predicting a mix of cold, wintry spells and milder, wetter weather, classic British changeability at its finest. The weather can shift rapidly, making it difficult to pin down exactly what to expect. The Met Office and BBC are highlighting a fascinating battle of weather systems, with cold air masses pushing down from the north and clashing with milder, moisture-laden Atlantic fronts from the west. This tug-of-war creates a highly dynamic situation. Widespread snow, like the memorable Christmas of 2010, is unlikely for most of the country. However, northern areas and higher ground, such as the Scottish Highlands, the Pennines, and parts of the Lake District, stand a better chance of seeing snowflakes, especially if cold air arrives at just the right moment. Low-pressure systems sweeping in from the Atlantic will bring bouts of rain and gusty winds to many regions. But if these systems coincide with a timely cold snap, some areas could see localized snow showers, particularly overnight or in the early morning. The forecast really hinges on the precise track of these weather systems. One area's rain could easily be another's snow, depending on just a degree or two of temperature difference. This means that while some towns may wake up to a winter wonderland, others just a few miles away could see only rain or sleet. So while a universal white Christmas across the UK is doubtful, the period promises dynamic, memorable weather, ranging from dramatic skies and blustery winds to the occasional magical dusting of snow in select spots. Let's break down the forecast region by region to see where snow is most likely this festive season, and where you might want to keep your sled at the ready, just in case. The first real taste of winter is expected to arrive between December 17th and 19th, marking a significant turning point in the season. After weeks of relatively mild and unsettled weather, this period is shaping up to bring a noticeable change, with colder conditions sweeping across the country. During this window, a surge of much colder air will push steadily southward, especially impacting Scotland and the higher ground in the north. The arrival of this cold air will be felt first in the far north, where temperatures are set to tumble, and the landscape will quickly take on a wintry appearance. Snow is likely to begin in the Scottish Highlands, with rain gradually turning to snow as temperatures drop below freezing. Mountain passes and rural roads could see the first significant accumulations, making travel tricky and bringing a true sense of winter to the region. Some wintry showers could reach northern England as well, with places like the Yorkshire Dales and Pennines seeing a dusting of snow. This early taste of wintry weather will set the stage for the week leading up to Christmas, raising hopes for a festive white landscape. This shift is being driven by a pronounced dip in the jet stream, which is allowing Arctic air to spill southwards into the UK. The cold front will sweep across the country, bringing a sharp contrast to the milder conditions experienced earlier in the month. In the south, most areas will see a drop in temperatures, with widespread frosts expected overnight. While snow is less likely here, the chill will be unmistakable, and icy patches could develop, especially in the mornings. Meanwhile, the north faces the first disruptive winter weather of the season, with snow and ice creating hazardous conditions. The extent and duration of this cold snap will play a crucial role in shaping the Christmas forecast. If the cold lingers, the chances of snow sticking around for the holidays increase. However, if milder air returns quickly, any snow could melt away, leading to a more typical damp December. Forecasters are watching this period closely, analyzing every update and model run, as it holds the key to the holiday weather story. The uncertainty makes this an exciting and challenging time for meteorologists and weather enthusiasts alike. Ultimately, the mid-December pattern will set the tone for the rest of the festive season, influencing everything from travel plans to the possibility of a white Christmas across the UK. From December 20th to January 2nd, the UK faces a highly changeable weather pattern. Expect a series of Atlantic low-pressure systems bringing rain, showers, and strong winds, especially to the west and south. Temperatures will hover near or slightly above average, so most southern and eastern areas will see rain, not snow. Brief cold snaps could bring fleeting wintry showers almost anywhere, but lasting snow is most likely in the north. Northern hills, like the Pennines, Lake District and Scottish Highlands, could see persistent snow, creating a festive scene. Meanwhile, the south may experience mild, windy and wet conditions. The Christmas weather will vary dramatically by region, making a single, nationwide forecast impossible. This regional split is the hallmark of the UK's festive weather in 2025. The official definition of a white Christmas is simple: a single snowflake observed falling anywhere in the UK on December 25th. This means a white Christmas is more common than many think, even if there's no snow on the ground. A brief flurry at a remote weather station counts, even if most of the country stays green. Recent years have technically met this definition, though widespread snow is rare. The Met Office now uses multiple sites, like Buckingham Palace and Edinburgh Castle, to declare a white Christmas. So, when forecasters mention the chance of a white Christmas, they're often referring to this technicality. The romantic, widespread snowy Christmas is much rarer and requires a perfect alignment of weather conditions. Understanding this helps set realistic expectations for the festive forecast. Truly widespread snowy Christmases are rare in the UK. The last major one was in 2010, when snow covered over 80% of weather stations. Before that, events like 1981 and a few in the 20th century stand out, but they're exceptions. Statistically, snow is more likely in January or February than December, especially in the south. The Victorian era, with colder winters, helped cement the snowy Christmas ideal in our culture. For 2025, the forecast of changeable conditions and snow mainly in the north is much more typical. A repeat of 2010's widespread snow is highly unlikely this year. Your odds of a white Christmas in 2025 depend on where you are. Scotland, especially the Highlands, has the highest chance of significant snowfall throughout the holidays. Northwest England, including the Lake District and Pennines, could see wintry showers, mainly on higher ground. Urban areas like Manchester may get sleet or wet snow, but hills nearby are more likely to see a true white Christmas. Northern England's hills and moors could see lighter snow, but cities like Newcastle or Leeds will likely see rain or sleet. The Midlands South and Wales are forecast to be milder and wetter, with little chance of snow. For most in London, Birmingham or Cardiff, a white Christmas will remain a dream. The real wintry action is focused on the northern third of the UK. The coldest temperatures will hit the same regions most likely to see snow. The Scottish Highlands could see lows near -9 degrees Celsius, keeping snow frozen and conditions icy. Aberdeenshire may drop to -6, while northwest England could see -4, enough for ice and snow. These cold spells will make travel hazardous and require extra caution. Other northern areas in the Welsh Valleys will see temperatures from -2 to 2 degrees, cold enough for frost and occasional snow. In contrast, the south will be milder with temperatures near or above average and most precipitation falling as rain. Overnight frosts are possible in the south, but daytime temperatures will prevent snow from settling. This north-south divide will define the UK's Christmas weather in 2025. The North Atlantic Oscillation, or NAO, is the main driver behind this year's changeable and regionally split weather. This powerful climate phenomenon is a key player in shaping the UK's winter, influencing everything from temperature to rainfall patterns. The NAO acts like a giant atmospheric switch, flipping between different phases that can dramatically alter the weather we experience from week to week. In a positive NAO phase, strong pressure differences between the Azores high and the Icelandic low strengthen the jet stream, sending it surging across the Atlantic. This fast-moving ribbon of air brings mild, wet Atlantic air to the UK, especially the south, resulting in frequent rain, blustery winds, and above-average temperatures for the time of year. This persistent flow of moist air makes it hard for cold Arctic air to reach the whole country, explaining the mild, wet forecast for southern regions. Streets glisten with rain, and countryside fields remain green rather than frosty white. For many, it means a winter that feels more like an extended autumn, with fewer icy mornings and less risk of snow disrupting daily life. However, the jet stream isn't always steady. Sometimes it dips southward, allowing cold Arctic air to spill into Scotland and northern England. These dips create a sharp temperature divide across the UK, with the north experiencing wintry conditions, while the south remains relatively mild and wet. This is why snow is more likely in the north, where cold air can settle and create wintry scenes, while the south stays mild, with rain more common than snow. The contrast can be striking, one part of the country blanketed in snow, while another sees only drizzle and gray skies. Looking ahead, some weather models suggest a possible shift to a negative NAO in January. If this happens, the jet stream could weaken and meander, opening the door for colder, snowier conditions to spread further south. This would increase the chances of widespread frost, icy roads, and perhaps even a more traditional wintry landscape across the UK. For now, though, the positive NAO dominates, keeping the weather unsettled and relatively mild. But as winter progresses, the pattern could change quickly, reminding us just how dynamic and unpredictable the UK's climate can be. The interplay of these atmospheric forces keeps the UK's festive weather unpredictable, with each week bringing new surprises. Whether it's rain, wind, or the occasional burst of snow, the NAO ensures that no two winters are ever quite the same. Even if Christmas isn't widely white, winter's story isn't over yet. The coming weeks could still hold a few surprises, as the NAO continues to shape the season's unfolding drama. With everything from rain and wind to snow and ice possible, safety is key this festive season. Travel could be disrupted, so drivers should check their vehicles and pack emergency kits. Icy roads and pavements, especially in the north, mean extra caution is needed for both drivers and pedestrians. Local authorities will grit main routes, but rural roads may remain hazardous. Check on vulnerable neighbors and stay updated with the latest forecasts from trusted sources like the Met Office. Weather conditions can change quickly, so plan ahead and stay flexible. By preparing for wintry weather and keeping informed, you can enjoy a safe and happy holiday. Whatever the weather brings, have a wonderful Christmas and New Year.